Phil created a video about NFTs, specifically the 8 Bros, and it led me to a rabbit hole. I kept looking at stuff and watching stuff, and I watched his son react to video because I needed to hear another opinion or something like that, and no one else was talking about it because of how new it was. So there's that, and then it led me to a video of Bosch Pit reacting to the monkey animations, and I just wanted to I tried to watch it, couldn't get through 3 minutes of it without complaining about something. If you didn't know, which you probably don't, I am majoring in graphic design. I am planning to be a full-time artist when I grow up, when I get out of college, and when I get out of college and try to pursue my long endeavors, specifically illustrating for books. But with that being said, I couldn't get through anything of the 3 minutes that I watched, and I was just ranting on about it by myself. So I was like, I might as well try to make a video about it. Why not? So that's what we're gonna sit here and do. We're gonna sit and watch this absolute bullcrap. This absolute so we're gonna start off. We're gonna start in the beginning. Okay, so when talking about this animation, we're not gonna get too much into the actual characters, because we all know the characters look bad. That they look like so we won't get too much into it. So we're completely ignoring this. Okay, to be honest, this doesn't look too bad. There's just certain small things, like, since the sun is right there, you would think that it'd be more like this, rather than, it'd be more like this rather than to the side, but that's fine. This looks fine. The roads, they it kind of makes it look, how do I say it? I like how the roads are kind of just separated, but also like all over the place. It makes it feel like it would be a busy place if there was cars or something there, which I kind of like wish that there was like something there. There's just anything on these roads. I think the billboards are kind of cool. They do look hella simplistic though. That kind of sucks. It just looks really flat, and like, yeah, it's supposed to be, the future. It's a hologram, but it'd be cool if it was able to show like effects, like what do you call it, fireworks going somewhere. I don't know, that's just me, but this is like an animation. I can see why animations go more simplistic than an actual drawing, which, I don't animate, I just draw. But other than that, this doesn't even look bad. This looks pretty like the glowing effect, it looks fine. I don't understand the clouds, actually. I feel like the clouds shouldn't be there simply because it's not high enough, unless it's illustrating that the roads are so high that it reaches the sky to the point where you'll see clouds, because clouds are very high up in the sky. I don't know why they're all the way down here, unless they're just super high up. Other than that, that's my fault then.
Ended up a little dead.
Wait,
Yeah, this is a good start. Yep.
why does it look like that? Like, I don't think you hold up, but you see how like there's still an outline? Like, there's this weird white outline. Wait, what the hell? Dude, I hate looking. I hate the fact that I'm looking at these things. Capture that. And we're gonna zoom in on this, because what the frick? Why? Dude, it's like you might not, like, people might not even look at that, but look at this. Look at that, dude. Why is it not showing? It's not showing. But you see that right there? Color it in. Erase it. Use layers. My, but I just want to point it out. The freaking, the weird white outline that looks like they just drew it, and then they just put it onto a thing.
Real good.
2 days earlier.
Okay, there's so much to talk about with this that I'm gonna go through it as fast as I can. Okay, first off, the perspective is completely off, and I do not understand why. I don't know understand why it's like that, but it is. This is slanted for some reason. It's going more so this way. It's going this way rather than straight like everything else. And the lines are not this line right here and just lines like that isn't the same as this line right here. And it's like, yes, there's certain areas, but that's not what that is. That's the detail. This is the actual thing. It's not the same. And we're not going to talk about how this pyramid looks so goddamn slanted. Like, why does it look so slanted? Look at this. It looks unreal. It looks like they didn't care. This building is also slanted for some goddamn reason. For some whatever the reason is, the background is so goddamn bland. I don't know why it's so bland. I don't know why it's so boring. I don't know what this is. I don't know if it's the sky. Rather than it just being like this because it looks so boring and it blends in with the background. It's the same color. It's the same color as some of the sky, like of the sky and the building are the same colors. Doesn't make any sense. The ground also doesn't make any sense. What am I looking at? Like, this is supposed to be, this is a city, right? Like, first off, they didn't even tell us where they're at in the first place, so I wouldn't even know. But this is just rubble, right? This is just dirt in the ground. Like, they didn't care. I'm so confused. And this part, what is this part? Is that supposed to be the door? Show us that that's the door, please. And at this point, this is structure. This is a city. This is a city. So why isn't it? Why didn't just make a road? Just make a flat road. If you're gonna make the sky this bland, it would have been easier for you to make it completely straight or even curve like what I just did, and then completely just make it one color. What is the purple part? What is this? What is this part? What is that? And what is this? Like, these certain things, like, this needs to be explained. Like, I'm so confused as to why it's like that. There should have been at least more. I'd say more, at least a little bit more. Make it feel full. I'd make it at least feel full. Since the sky is going to be so blank, if you're going to make it this empty, you might as well make the bottom part busy. To at least contrast. Good contrasting. Contrasting is very important in art and drawing and stuff like that. At least add a couple more buildings to make it seem busier and whatnot, since there's already buildings here. Unless it's supposed to be abandoned. But even then, it used to be a city. Make it look like a city. Make this into a road. Make this construction. This is nothing about this points to having natural ground right here. Makes me insane. Drives me bonkers, really. The glowing. I don't know why they did this. I don't know why. It confuses me greatly. I'm gonna talk about this as quick as possible. I don't want to demonstrate it because it takes long for me to do it personally. Now, see right here. That's not how you highlight. You highlighted correctly before. You highlighted correctly before. What is this? Like, what is this? What you did essentially was that you just decided that, oh, I'ma just blur it in, just like use the airbrush tool. And it's like, that's not how you do it. You create the harsh light and then you work outwards. You work outwards to make the glowing effect. And then that allows you to allow some places to have glow. This would have glow. This would probably have glow. Actually, probably not down there, since they wanted it to be dark down there. This would have glow. It'd be glowy up here, It'd be glowy in certain areas. It'd be glowy here too. And it'd be glowy in certain areas. It'd be glowy in a lot of areas to show the effect that it's illuminating and that it's casting light. And it's really not doing that. And with that being said, there's not a lot of shadows either to even demonstrate that. Well, at least not like the more complex shadows, like right here. We're assuming that the light's coming from up here because it's dark down here. And so it would, though it is illuminated, it'd be a little bit dark down here because light can still be dimmed. This part would be shaded because it's slanted, obviously. This part would be shaded. Like, what? It's just like they don't care. This part would be, I guess, shaded. There's just so many shading opportunities that they decided not to take for whatever reason. Like, not even that, but just the highlights of it. A lot of this could be fixed up if they tried. At the harsh, what they really could have done is just added harsh lines right here. And then you don't just use the airbrush tool. There's more to it. There's more to light. You have to add more color. And we're gonna talk about this right goddamn now. We aren't gonna get too much into the apes because they look ugly, but use references. For the love of God, use references. This arm doesn't look natural, nor does his legs look natural. And it's like you could be like, oh, well, it's not an animal. Well, it's an animal. It's not a human. You know, yada 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 yada. But, B-U-T, but use references because it'll make it look like I'm sure there's a monkey that looks like this. There's monkeys that swing on vines and stuff. Find a reference because this doesn't look right. Even this part of the body, he doesn't have hips. All he is torso and legs. All he is torso and legs. Please, for the love of God, make his arms bigger too because his portions are bigger. Make him bigger. His arms, make his arms bigger. Make it bigger. I think it would have been cool if they did a little bit better on the side profile. By that, just simply put a little bit more fluff, there. Put a bit more fluff here. Kind of just go like this. Add some hair to his neck. He's an ape. Come on now. He could, his hands look absolutely booty. Add hair to his, ears. Fur can overlap. That's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine when that happens. His feet look horrendous. Okay, this is what I really wanted to get into. So, once again, like I said before, get comfortable with the fur, dude. Get comfortable with the fur. Like, with the neck. This isn't Sonic. He isn't like a porcupine. He's a furry creature, obviously. He's a furry creature. Don't just use spikes. Get in there, dude. Get in there. Like, come on, man. With his arms, too. He's a furry creature. With that being said, what the am I looking at here? What am I looking at? He's not wearing a mask. This isn't separated. This is his entire head. His head, as far as we know, is connected. It's all one big thing. It should connect right here and get rid of this part right here. That's so disgusting. Get rid of that part and just close it together. Just close it together because it was closed in the other scene. Why is it like that here? And make his lips shouldn't just be make it like, make it a little bit like, so it looks like he has the cigarette in his mouth. There's gonna be that imprint that there's something in the mouth. This, obviously, you know what, I'm not even gonna draw it. It's just weird that this is curved in like that. His arms look way too tiny and his head looks super huge. And I know, they're trying to get that high angle. Oh my God. Color or erase it. Color. They use bucket paint. They decided to make a show when they're using bucket paint. Look, I understand. Sometimes you want to use bucket paint. I super understand that. Because sometimes you get lazy and you're just tired and you just want to work on other things than coloring. But this part, you could tell that it is bucket paint because this part isn't colored in. That part isn't colored in. The outer layer isn't colored in. This part isn't colored in, nor is that part colored in. And then this part, erase it, or use your layers better, dude. Like, what is this? Erase it! It's not that hard. It's never gonna be that hard. Erase it. Erase it, dude. Like, it's not even, you guys are being lazy. You guys are being hella lazy. Just, oh my goodness, this line isn't even connecting correctly. It's too, just erase it. It's not that hard. These can't be the actual people. Are these the actual people, or is this like fan made? Yeah, I don't mind this the scenery looks fine.
Gold. I ain't seen that shit in years.
The proportions of the legs and the body looks weird. I don't know why they chose this camera angle. If they're gonna have him running forward, they might as well have just done it, you know, facing him rather than this weird angle. It looks like he's just running into nothing. We've seen paintings earlier. They could have had the paintings going down, but obviously that had probably been too hard for them due to the perspectives. And it could have been showing motion, showing some sort of motion other than the actual ground. What the hell? What am I looking at? What am I looking at? I'm gonna cry. They couldn't even be bothered to get this frame correctly. They couldn't even be bothered. I'm so confused. That is what you're relying your money on this? The lines aren't even, they didn't even finish the lines. They didn't even finish the line work of this. The line, they misplaced it. They just misplaced the entire fist. And it makes everything seem off. That's so strange. Why did he even do that? They moved the fist. I'm assuming that they moved the fist. And, I guess they accidentally moved the line art, assuming that they're using layers, which, you know, they are. I'm praying that they did. You know, the layer, they moved one layer, but they didn't move the entire thing, and that's why it's like that. His fists are weird to look at. They don't know how to draw hands, and that's, you know what, it'd be like that. Why are you looking at me? Dogs look weird. The tail looks weird. Come on, man. Floof it out. Floof it out. It's a dog. It's a dog. It's a dog. It has dog parts. The floof is here. Add the floof to the tail. The feet looks weird. The leg is a lot shorter than this, and now that's weird to me. That's not really how dogs work. You see these parts right here? It makes it look incredibly cheap and ugly. Add floof. Add floof, because since it's a fluffy dog, it's a floofy dog. Add floof on top of the robot leg, off of the prosthetic, because fur can grow over a prosthetic. I'm sure. Their feet looks like beans. Their torso looks very strange. I don't know why it looks like that. Maybe a little bit more floof, man. At the floof. At the floof. At the floof. What is this part? Their tongue is gray. I don't know why that is, but okay. It could have just been a dark red. It could have been at least a grayish red. It's still a tongue, my guy. Their shading is horrendous. Their line work is still inconsistent. This part of the leg is so much thinner than this hard part of it. Like, I feel like for animation, it can't just be that drastically different, you know? Go on and on about this dog.
Fuck!
I seen it earlier and I didn't want to bring it up, but I see it here too. They just don't like erasing outside of the lines. I don't know whatever reason that is. You can see it. I'm not gonna color it. I'm not gonna draw it out. This looks flat as hell. I don't even know what that is. These look flat as hell. This doesn't have line work in the inside of it, but it has line work on the outside. The shading looks weird, dude. That could be a lot darker just to indicate that it's inside. What am I looking at right there? Why is it black right there? I don't know. Maybe that's the shading. Maybe they colored it wrong. We understood by now that they can't color. Okay, whatever. I don't know. They changed the tails completely. They said, we no longer want it to be this weird cone thing. We want it to be floofy. Like, dude, make up your mind. Change it. If you're gonna change one part, change the entire thing. Come on, dude. At least they fixed the legs.
Keep up, boys.
Dude. Everything about this frame, each frame is horrendous to look at, dude. When you just appear, you appear from that nightosphere. Like, dude! Okay, we already seen the coloring part, dude. The coloring part, yeah, that's that. The fact that this dog is just appearing out of nowhere is crazy. That's insane. I'm glad I got to experience that, I guess. Paid money for the other episode, and this is supposed to sell it? That looks weird. Okay, let's look at this first off. Trees, hella lazy. What the frick? If you're gonna have everything like this so detailed, if you're gonna have the outer part detailed, dude, at least have, like, it would have been a cool concept, but it's like, dude, it doesn't need to be filled to the brim, you know? Okay, we can obviously see, you know, this part. I'm not gonna get into that because we talked about it way too goddamn much. The sky, at least, is not directly the same color as the buildings. The highlight looks a lot better. It looks so much better than what we've seen before. I personally would have just made, you know, I would have made decent looking trees, added some vines here or there because they're apes. Vines, why not? Here and there, it'd look a little bit more like, you know, diverse stuff like that. I do like the concept of the dome. That's pretty cool. I like the drawings of the building. The background design looks pretty fine. This road is weird. It's only that road that looks weird. I don't like how it's just a sharp, weird turn. Even the line looks like it doesn't look natural. But everything other than that, everything looks fine. Freaking okay. They're following. Well, not really. Okay. Well, you know what? It's fine. This isn't as brain-inducing. For the paintings, you'd have to go like this. It'd have to be like this. It can't just strictly be like that because you have more than one perspective. You have this perspective. You have this perspective. Obviously, you have perspectives, different ones. You got that one, the horizon. It only makes sense to have it this way. Have the paintings going this way instead of this way, downwards, just because of this perspective. They were able to do it for this one, so I don't know why they couldn't do it for this painting here. Another thing, I don't know what this is. I don't know if that's part of the painting or whatever. I don't know what this is. That looks random. But yeah, other than that, it's fine.
Honey, would the husband you idolize and adore let you down? Don't answer that.
Do you know what this is?
What was that? Okay, I really don't like the harsh shading of the, like, because they don't have harsh shading anywhere else. Why have the harsh shading on the nostril bits? Unless that dark spot's really not supposed to be there. Other than that, if that's just harsh shading, why have harsh shading when there's no other form of shading? Like, the shading is lackluster. So if you're gonna have shading like that, don't have this hella dark shading for the nose. It doesn't make any sense.
This little lump of gold is actually a device containing the most valuable NFT ever created. I read about it in Vogue.
NF what?
Non-fungible token?
Non-fuckable toucan.
All you need to know is that it actually is worth more than the entire city of Paris.
Including the Eiffel Tower?
Yes, including the Eiffel Tower.
Okay, so she's up all of a sudden. Why are they shaking like this? Weird.
That'll be our ride out of here.
The background, to be honest, I like the background of this, and this is the only time I will be okay with color being out of the line, because this is the kind of art style that would allow it. You'll see this in like the illustrations. Certain cartoons will even have like the colors be outside of the line. This is the kind of, I would be fine with it if everything looked like that. But characters shouldn't be having that. It's very strange. But I don't mind the background.
Well, this is another nice mess you got us into. Who? How? Huh? Is there a fucking owl here?
I don't know why the hell his chin looks like that. It looks kind of disgusting. But if we ignore this part, and the weird tie thing, just make it like that, dude. The tie isn't that complicated. Chill out. Fix the line work of some of these things. They gave up on that one. They couldn't make the correct line, so they just gave up. I don't know what that was. If they fix some of the line works, people aren't bad. People aren't bad. They draw people correctly. What the hell? Fix the line work, please. Thank you. I like the graffiti in the background. That ape right there, I don't know, I guess they're trying to give Amazing World of Gumball vibes in the sense of there's just different characters with different art styles, and it looks cool in that sense if you're the Amazing World of Gumball, but we're gonna ignore that that it looks bad. This looks weird. This isn't colored right. Line work.
Welcome to Mars International Airport, motherfucker. We outside. Hey,
We're gonna ignore that completely. The hat brim looks way too high for the actual hat. The shoes look weird. It looks like it shouldn't even be on him. It looks like it's on another layer. The hat looks strange, like it always does.
Maurice. Hey, yo, Maurice, we don't pay you minimum wage for no reason, man. What you doing? Put him in the boat.
We've got an amazing opportunity here. Don't fuck it up.
Dr. Nwatiti, what are you doing? You can't just snack on civilians like that.
Hey, what are you talking about? That is not very...
We're gonna ignore completely the accent that they tried to pull off. I think the hair is pretty nice. I like the hair. I liked the concept of its hair looking like that, having a ponytail. We're gonna ignore all the horrendous line work that is always gonna be current. The hand looks weird as frick, dude. I don't know. Learn how to draw hands, man. Like, the hands are hard, but learn how to freaking draw them. People can draw them. Why is this not connected? Connect the entire thing. It's not like it's a whole separate thing compared to the back of his teeth, man. Come on, get rid of that. Get rid of that, please. I like the different colored eyes. I just wish instead of going different directions, they took the time to animate something else more relevant. Other than that, he doesn't look that bad of a character. I've seen worse characters that they've created.
Passport, please.
I'm Winky, he's Chucky.
Why is the outline so goddamn harsh, dude? Get rid of the outline. You drew it. What does he need an outline for? Is he a sticker? Is he a sticker? No? Okay, dude.
These young monkeys are Caesar and Hunky, and the dog's Rocky.
Oh, and this is Dr. Nwatiti, our family doctor / hypnotherapist / the last guest you want at a dinner party.
My cholesterol is gonna go up after this.
There's no need for your life speakers fitted before going outside. All right then.
Gravity what?
Oh my! Now, I want you to look at this the entire time. Look at this stuff the entire time.
We're going outside. All right then.
Gravity.
His layer. I don't know how animations work, but I know for a fact. They shaded his neck. His neck became lighter when he looked down because I can't remember. Oh my god, I'm gonna have a stroke. No time to waste. The light's coming from here. This shouldn't all be shaded. First of all, do the anime way. Blip. There you go. That's shaded. Blip, shaded. Shades here. They shade it, but it's like, it's just one-dimensional shading, and it's kind of boring. I don't understand this line on his tie. I don't know why that's there. They can't color inside the lines like we've established. We can see it at this point. A color is illuminating. I don't know what color it is, but like there's green illuminating from this, but nothing gives off. There's another line mistake, but nothing gives off that there's a green light. There's nothing here. There's nothing anywhere, even on the tables, that suggests that the light should be green, but we will ignore that. The background is gray. I don't know why it's gray. The only thing is green. Why is everything gray? It doesn't make any sense. It literally looks out of place. It looks out of place as hell. At least they got the arms correct for once, and they drew a hand properly, quite properly. Probably because they didn't need to draw the thumb. Maybe that's it. Why is he shiny? Now it's blue. It's blue-green. The lines are green and the light is blue. But if the light's green, have all the other stuff green. Not colored in the line, but this is colored in the line. Make it make sense. If you're gonna be consistently bad, be consistently bad. The way they drew their shoes could have been worse.
I knew him Horatio, a fellow of infinite jest.
So funny.
You sure this is our kid?
Well, he's definitely my kid.
The houses look fine. Everything looks fine. The glowing isn't like, you know, horrendous. Doesn't make me want to vomit like the other one. Not colored correctly. Colored outside the lines is what I mean. Aisha might say that. The roads look pretty sick. I like how the roads are like, there's a wall and there's different colored mushrooms. Shows the contrast. I like the contrast of the orange compared to the gray. That's pretty cool. The building looks pretty, I don't mind the building. I think it looks pretty cool. It doesn't have too much going on, which is completely fine because it's already busy around it. These parts, I like the mushrooms. I like whoever did the mushrooms did a pretty good job of it. Nice little mushrooms house. That's all I really gotta say. There's nothing that special about this scenery.
Alright, you know we are gonna party hard, man.
Oh my god, who's the color and director of this? The lighting? Oh, out the window with this. What is this? What is that part? I don't know what that part is. And that part, I know it's trying to make it look like the illusion of illumination, but that's not how that works. You just don't draw around, you don't airbrush around it, and then there you go, it's light. That's not how that works. It's a lot more complicated than that.
Oh, we are gonna party hard, man. Where the girls them there?
And they just look completely different. It's kind of offensive for me to say why is it so detailed, but in this sense, why is it detailed? Why is this so detailed compared to everything else? Like this, his hair isn't as detailed as his. Why is that? Why is that?
Oh, here we are go. Oh, hey, what is, man? Bomber clot, man. Who them? Them have me hard.
Why are there so many bad accents in this?
I don't know you. Move your
What do
bomber
they think
clot,
this
man.
is?
There are powerful forces at
That skull is the best thing I've seen. It's entire. Whoever did that skull, props to them. If you're gonna use different size lines, this is how you would probably go about it. Dark, you know, and make it make sense. Make it make sense. The mustache is pretty epic. I just it's not overshaded. It's not shaded, you know, crazily, but the lines make the shading, if that makes sense. The lines make the shading. This is the best drawing that I've seen in this animation that is saying something. It's not the best thing I've ever seen in the world, but in this animation, probably the best thing I've seen. It's crazy. The hat, to be honest, the hat could use work. It actually could use a lot of work. I don't want to look at the hat. But the skull, I like the eyes. The eyes aren't the same color as the gold, but they complement each other because this is gold and this is technically green going on here. Oh man, if only they could draw like this constantly.
play here that are beyond all of our control.
But he is animated strangely. I'm not gonna talk about, well, you've seen the illumination, you've seen the light, it looked weird, they airbrushed it on, it's fine, whatever. Not colored correctly, the ponytail looks hella weird. That's not how it would go. Don't face it towards the audience or the camera, face the ponytail away to the side because she's looking at the side, she's from the side. Oh my goodness.
There.
There is at least 4 apes out there, mi amor.
No way.
We cannot let them all in.
Her mic sounds horrendous and he has outlines for some reason.
Surely. But if we do, they can hang around. Get it?
You're kidding, mate. Here, give me that. Hey, neighbours. Who the hell are ya?
As someone that wants not to do this for a career, I personally don't like animation, but as someone that wants to draw, make content, and just be the artist that everyone thrives to be when I get out of college. This gives me confidence that I will find a job in some form of art. Confidence. If Sushil can get a job, I think I can get a job too. I probably can get a job too. I can probably get a job too. I feel confident. I feel hella confident with watching that. That's